Hey, welcome back, and thank you for stopping in. You know, I just got back from Sacramento. I had a great time there. I got to visit John and Rich and Dave Falkenberg and Seth Newman, and what a great time I had. I cannot thank everyone enough for treating me very kindly and allowing me to stay with some of you. And I had just an absolute great time touring some of the layouts. Also thanks to Ted, who had his inaugural op session on his layout, and I got to be part of that. I'm not ready to release those because there are a lot of editing that I have to do with that. Usually when you're in that, it's really noisy, it's really loud. I probably will do a lot of voiceovers, mainly because, well, for instance, we'll take the Silicon Valley lines. Absolutely enjoyed seeing all the young kids, and for those of you who think the hobby's dying, all you need to do is stop down there at the Silicon Valley lines and see it's not true. There were at least 3 people there that were under the age of 25, maybe if they were older than 25, not much more than 27. One young man was there, was certainly no older than 12 years old, and if I would take a guess, I'd say he's about 8. But that being said, the hobby's not dying. But this is a work weekend. I just got back from Sacramento, and every once in a while something happens that you wish, gee whiz, I wish I had it in front of the camera. Well, such things happen today, except I had the camera running. And I really want to show what Sean and me did today, because really, I think this is just really cool, kind of going through this. My son is a big fan of the King of Random's YouTube channel, and you take a look at it, does all kinds of crazy things. And my son does a lot of the crazy things. One of the things they had, and my son said, hey Dad, would you be interested in this, was a styrofoam cutter. And so basically, I committed to getting a 12-volt transformer because I have a mess of them sitting out here in the shop, and he built a lot of it together. And I want to show you how we built our first hills. We're actually going to do scenery today, and that was the other thing. Sean and me we've been building track work now for several months and just needed a real change of pace. And the both of us had just a hoot of a time building this. So to be fair, there's a lot of conversation going on. Some of it will be interesting. The only person who really knows that the camera's going is, well, I knew, but maybe Sean did, maybe not, I'm not sure. But I think it's just really great to see how this goes together and how this whole thing went, how this whole scene kind of got built. So what we started with today is just the styrofoam. I actually had cut it up to kind of get sort of a footprint of it and did a little preliminary work, very little. We actually had all the styrofoam blocks, and we cut this whole thing out and installed it. Plasters on it is dried. It's now ready to be painted and put ground foam or ground cover, and then our static grass and everything on it. And I just really want to share how this went together. We did this whole area in less than 4 hours. So, you know, maybe it's something you'll take a look at. I myself have never used foam scenery in this fashion before, because I really hate using the rasp and everything and kind of grounding it. It makes a static mess, and I just got the shop all done. So this is a new method that I'm not going to say we invented, but we kind of came up with, and we really like it, and we thought we would share it with you. So in any case, come on in, and we'll show you what we did. Okay, well, hey, Sean and me were working today. It's a work week and a weekend, and my son, who follows the King of Random on YouTube, came up with this wonderful invention. And it's what he's using it for is he's basically building styrofoam forms for his forge so he can make a knife or whatever it is that he's building. I'm not sure exactly, but he came to me and said, hey, Dad, you got an extra 12-volt transformer? I said, yeah, great. What are you building? He told me a styrofoam cutter. And so I said, well, we'd like to use it in trade for using the transformer. Everything has a cost. But in any case, Sean and me want to really show you, and this is the effects of actually doing this, and we're going to actually show you how this works. We're impressed. We actually we're going to do something else, and after we started to build this, we really thought, wow, this is really good. We want to do this. So Sean and me are going to show you right now. Sean's hiding over here on the side. And we're going to actually show you cutting this end right down here and how well this works. So, and we have some tips. If you guys want to build this, go to the King of Random. This is nothing more than PVC pipe, some wires, and some springs. This is not hot right now. It's just a simple wire. You can buy them all. I think my son built this whole thing. If you caught the charge of the transformer off, we built this entire thing for less than 10 bucks. Okay, and the way we're using it is really pretty cool. So Sean and me are going to do this. So Sean, let's get this here, and we want to start. This is against the wall here, so I'm gonna start the carve through here, kind of match it through here, and then kind of roll around here. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do. So we'll turn this on, and this is just really very, very cool. So here we go. We're gonna this is against the wall here. We're gonna work off this wall here. And we're going to start carving. Now this is not our final carve, this is just the beginning of it. Carve pretty decently.
Well, you have that one you bought, right?
Yeah, and the one I bought that's a carver too. I can work with that too. But this is nice in the sense that
faster,
much faster than that knife I got.
Well, this is like a table saw. It's not exactly a sculpting tool. Of course, on an application like this size. But
I'm trying to create a little variety in here, so we're not. But I like what I see. Let's go put it on the table, see how it looks. Yeah, put it back there for just a second. Okay, so there's the, after we got done out of the garage, there's the shot of the hill all in place. We've got a car in front of it. And now Sean and me are going to take the nails out and we're going to glue it together, and then we'll finish carving it up here. So you don't need to see me glue it, so we'll glue this and we'll be back in just a minute.
That might be the way to go.
Yeah, I think it is. Okay, I'm gonna grab a couple of rolls here.
Still probably have to rub it in your hand, but
Yeah, but it won't be too bad. And like I said, if that's our worst problem we have today. How are you managing the end? Yeah, just bringing it down to the edge and just.
yeah, kind of. I'm not.
Don't worry
getting
about it if it.
too-
Yeah, we just don't want a half inch or an inch sitting over that.
No, I'm trying to bring it a little
right.
short or a little.
Right down to it, and then we'll be from there. But you know, this will be fine, and it won't be nearly as messy as doing real regular plaster this way. But it'll soften all these edges, and it'll make it nice and easy for us to do the grass and the dirt. It'll be just fine.
Yeah, the brush is the way to go.
Yeah, I figured this much. It gets more water to the mess right away. So I think let's go ahead and do this. Definitely smells better in here, don't it?
Yeah, it was getting pretty toxic there for a little bit.
Well, it gave us a chance to look at some of the scenery. And we could, you got water everywhere?
No, just a pool down here at the
Well,
bottom.
but-
A little bit.
Got rags right there. Throw a rag down at the bottom, actually. Stick to the hill.
I was just looking at. I'm coming up on that right here. Is the break right here?
Okay, well let me get. Let me go get some Saran wrap here for you. If you want, you can walk back down here in the saddle here and finish this up.
No, I still got some. I got a little bit I can do before you get there.
I just want to get.
I just reminded myself. Don't do that.
Yeah. Let me go. I'll grab some Saran wrap. And I like the fact that we didn't sand this, so we didn't have to deal with any of the.
This is actually not very messy. I mean, you got the.
Well, the
vacuum
garage
up
has
all
got a little mess, but that's not too bad.
But not.
No.
compared to what?
And we'll
mess
just
you
have a
making
little
before?
vacuuming to do here on the floor, but compared to the static electricity of sanding
oh, no,
and
that
sure
stuff
foam,
gets, you end up wearing in Rome.
yeah, you just can't
You
get
end
rid
up
of
looking
it.
like a pink
Yeah,
bomb went off.
yeah, much better than
I did it out of my garage. It's like, I'm not doing this again. That was one
Yeah.
time.
No, and this is really pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna run in and grab some saran wrap. I'll be back in a second here.
I'm not near. I'm getting close, but I'm not there yet.
All right, well, I'll get you, stay ahead of you. That's my goal. As soon as you get done there,
Let me
I'll
get this
yeah, as soon as
brushed
you
in
get done.
first.
As soon as you get done.
We're gonna have to lift this up to put that in the crack there, or is that what
No,
we're
I
doing?
think I can slide it right underneath there.
Because you got this.
I know, I think I can.
Alright, hold on, let me get this.
Let's see what we can do here.
I was thinking I'm gonna have to lift it. I don't really want to.
No, I don't think we want to lift it. I do like the way it looks. You know, in hindsight, one of the things we could have done, instead of, you know, taking the knife and poisoning
We
ourselves to
could've just
death,
laid
we
it
could have
over
left
the
it
top.
the way it was and laid the
Laid it
plastic
over the
right over the
top.
top. I know if we do it again, when we do one of the...
Well,
the
no,
other
because
ones-
you had some pretty big.
Yeah, we would have had some to do, but it wouldn't have been nearly as much as we did. Yeah, we had some that were, you know, gaping cliffs. And I made a bigger mess on the wall than you did. I didn't think we were going to have to... It's pull it away and paint it. It's blue paint. Not like I don't have gallons in it. Now what I thought was, if we could bring this right like this,
But what about the gap?
well, hang on. Can you push underneath the layout here? Just push the door
A
up.
little bit of drippage here
Yeah,
underneath.
yeah. You want that?
A little wet.
Oh, that's
Not a lot, but
yeah, that's fine. Just lift it up there. See if you can lift it up. Yeah, there you go. A little more. Yeah. Okay. See some other problems. Okay, set it down.
there's an overlap there, so that is kind of.
Yeah. Okay, so now I've got this down here on the saran wrap, and you can
Yeah.
just go to town on it.
You're not going to cover that small one for now, right?
If you cover over this, not the end of the world. I think you'll be fine.
What I'm saying, you don't want to mess with this piece.
No,
right
no,
now.
let's not do that. We'll do that separately on its
What
own.
other problem did you see?
The glue on that had not set yet, and I think it
On
moved
this?
around. Yeah, when we moved it, I think I might put a few nails just into the table in there just to hold it in
It
place.
might be okay later on.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It popped up when we popped it
Oh,
up. That's
okay.
all. Nope, not the end of the world. Just it popped up, and I'm like, ooh, don't really want it to do that. Set it up to set. Okay.
So it won't stick to the saran wrap, right?
No, it won't stick to the saran wrap.
Now, do you want me to just bring it to the saran wrap, or does it matter?
If you overlay it, it's not going to be the end of the world. We'll take a knife, an X-Acto knife, and just cut it before we move it. And because it's plaster, it'll harden up like a rock, and it'll be fine. I mean, if I here on the right because I got an irregular edge here,
Yeah.
I've got some plaster that's sitting on the table. I'll have to literally cut that with a knife and and work it a bit. It'll come off. I've done it before. I don't know if you. I don't know if anyone saw it. There's that in the middle of that big mountain in the Colorado Crater Creek. There was a hatch there in the middle of the mountain.
I saw that video right before the one that was taken before you.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know.
And so on there was the. I actually took the hatch and I did the same thing. I lined it with saran wrap, and then plastered the whole thing.
Okay.
And that worked really well. And then it didn't stick. And then that was done between the gaps.
Oh.
So I built the one piece by itself, the door by itself, and then on the gaps where it all fitted together, I ran the plaster right up to the wood there, and I had saran wrap anywhere I didn't want it to go, and it just voila.
Formed everything.
Yeah, and then all I had to do was just simply go back and just clean it up, and then when I put the tree edge on there, I made the whole thing disappear. It was really easy. This one's going to be a little tougher because the tree edges don't quite line up the way we want them to, but it'll be fine.
No, right. Biggest thing is not be able to lift it out without breaking anything.
Well, that'll be, and again,
Well, if it's just minor stuff, it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
and we're not going to, I mean, my hope is that we don't have to lift this up at all.
Yeah, it's there if we need
But
it.
it's there, so that if something breaks, we can get to it. And this is an easy way to build a hatch. And it won't look like a hatch. No one's going to look at it and go, oh, that's a hatch, because they're going to look at it and see a mountain or a hill. And then when we go to paint the clouds, and then I'll find some area and we'll put some mountains in the back to kind of fill this in. It'll work just fine. Love it.
Huh?
I said I love it. It's turning out really good. Looks fantastic. Looks very much like the grasslands of Colorado. So how many rolls did you use?
I've cut up 2 rolls now.
I cut up that half, and then this one here. So that's I did 1.5. So about what? Less than 4 rolls? Not bad. And it'll be lightweight. I imagine when you lift it up, it didn't feel any heavier than it was before.
No. Not at all.
And just overlap it if you have to. I got one here. I got to cut long enough to. That's good.
Brush is the way to do it.
Yeah, I think
Spray,
so.
unless you had a really good spray bottle, and a spray bottle just wasn't doing it.
No, but the brushes are perfect. And
These control wheels sitting there looking totally useless.
you know, and you can even begin to, as you're spreading the water over it, it kind of all of a sudden it's like, oh, there it is, it's ready. There you go. Yeah, it's amazing. All those bumps and ridges that we had in there, they now look fantastic. I love it. pretty hard. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a knife because if I cut that plaster wire, it's kind of set here. It won't be too bad to cut it. Perfect.
That's it.
Yeah.
And a couple pieces of scrap.
Got some scrap there. Put it in this other one, and I'll get a paper. I'll get a sandwich bag and wrap it all up together here. You put it in with this half a roll I got over here. Fantastic! Look at that. Let's take this. Turn that away.
I'm gonna wash my hands off.
Yeah, use this water and just walk outside and do it.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it does. I left it out ready for my water. I gotta need it too, so don't dump it. So anyway, that's what Sean and me did this weekend, and hope it was helpful. I hope it helps you out as well. Again, this is a hatch. We actually have the staging yard sitting underneath this, so we wanted to make it movable, and this is really easy and simple. So you probably heard some of the conversation. We'll take intakes and outs as we go through it because it's a long video. It actually took Sean and me probably about 3 hours to do this whole thing, but not bad. And we'll paint it and then put some grass on it. So in any case, until next month, happy modeling.